The federal government is proposing changes to native title law meant to streamline the process and make agreements more flexible. Indigenous leaders, though, say the overhaul falls short of what they asked for.
Nicola Roxon faced a crowd with high expectations. 2 decades on from the Mabo decision, traditional owners from across Australia were waiting to hear the next big thing in native title law. This is the government's answer. Changes to negotiation processes, more flexibility for some agreements and tax-free treatment of native title payments.
In 20 years' time, we also want to see a native title system that creates economic and social opportunities for Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians alike.
This system's now 20 years old, and I think there's enough people with experience over that 20 years to actually guide some bolder moves here.
The government's not going for a crash-through approach. Instead, it's slow and steady all the way.
I do know, of course, that there are people that have argued for more radical changes, but incremental change is lasting.
Incremental is not what Indigenous leaders wanted, especially with the backlog of claims already building up.
There's over 450 of those claims. We feel very little of those announcements made today will impact on that.
To them, speed is of the essence.
We are tired and weary of our old people dying before decisions are made on their native title.
Delegates say their biggest disappointment is that the government didn't announce any changes to the burden of proof system. At the moment, Indigenous Australians need to prove their connection to the land in order to claim native title.
Simply a procedural change to allow the lion's share of claims that are currently in the system to be expedited, to be resolved.
The government says it will consult with Indigenous groups about the proposals before taking them to Parliament. Natalie Perhanen, ABC News, Townsville.